Thank you, Gustav. Before we go into the discussion of this, I just want to put the historical record straight. I mean, Wittgenstein started this morning with some history of the Austrian demography, and you picked it up. So it was really in 1979 that I somehow decided I wanted to go for demography. I graduated from high school in 75, and then I married in 78. I studied philosophy, theology, and mathematics, and then decided to go for statistics. Had the privilege to study with Gerhard Bruckmann. Some of you have met him last night. He was there. He was also working at YASA at the time with global modelists. And I was really impressed by the limits to growth and so on. And then when I asked Bruckmann, well, I really want to do the mathematics of people. He said, yes, you mean demography? Yes, I mean demography. Then he said, I introduce you to two people. The one dealing with data and the other dealing with methods. So he introduced me to Lothar Bosse, who was then the president of the statistical office, who quickly passed me on to Richard Gieser, and says he's the man in the statistics office for demographic data. And I met him. He was then residing in the castle, in the Hofburg castle, in a room, and we went out for famous Kishievsky, the most famous sandwich bar in Vienna, and had lots of talks about population data. And then I called up Gustav, who had then just returned from Germany, and said, he's published a book called Stochastic Demography. I think it was even in German, Stochastische Demographie. Probably not too many readers in the German world interested in that topic, but it was then really when you told me that, well, it's, I'm not sure what I should say, that of course demography is probably the most interesting discipline, but you have no future in Austria. And I said, wow.
But at that time this was true.
Yeah. And you said two things. The one is that I should go to study in the US. I said, where in the US? I said, well, there are two places I recommend, Berkeley and Penn. But probably the best person to study with is called Sam Preston, a very dynamic young man, and he's at Penn, so I would apply to Penn. And then I went to the America House, and then because there was no internet, no information, I had to go through thick volumes of where you can study, and send letters, had to wait several months. And then at the end I was admitted both at Berkeley and at Penn. But since Penn somehow was closer, I decided to go there and never regret it. So. But the other thing you said, but don't think you will ever have the opportunity to come back to Austria, because there's only one position in this newly founded Demographic Institute at that time, and that is in the hand of a young man. It was Alois Haslinger at the time, just one position, and there's no chance of ever having another demography position in Austria. I didn't let myself discourage. I didn't count on coming back to Austria, and after finishing the PhD, it was actually my wife who wanted to finish her studies here. And then I had the opportunity to work for 2 years at the then already expanded to two positions, Demographic Institute of the Academy. And then I had the great opportunity to join YASA when Nathan Kiefietz
was Kiefietz already there?
He was there already.
And Rogers left.
Yes, that's right. It was just turning 83 that Kiefietz came there. So in that sense, you were really absolutely instrumental in getting me on this track of demography. And so if you talk about the origins of demography in Europe, a lot of credit goes to Gustav Feichtinger in Austria.
Right, do we have another? Oh, Mark.
Okay, so just to continue with this, when I studied demography in the German University in Bamberg, I had the pleasure to read your German population dynamic books. And it was today the first time I hear you presenting. I must say it's such a big pity that I could not enjoy your lectures. Must have been really fascinating, so thank you for this talk. It's just a pity that at the end it was, I could not really understand how you were estimating this number of 65 plus. When I heard the first time this research question that is going on since some months, so how many people have ever lived at the age of 65, intuitively my first thought was to estimate that. I just need those who are alive 65 plus today, what I can take from the UN population, and then I need just those who died at age 65 or older in the history of humanity. So I would not need any fertility rates or whatever. If I just have an assumption about the total population size, the age structure, and some period life tapes, so how they change, then I can for every year calculate how many people died in this year from age 65. Isn't this the way to go? Or what is different from the way that you did at the end when you just use the deaths?
I suggest that Miguel answered to that.
So, as you say, it's not necessary at all to calculate the... So it's not necessary to calculate the fertility, just with the population growth rate is enough. The point is that we wanted to do the reconstruction of the population by single years of age from starting in 50,000 before Jesus Christ. For that, it's also true that it's not completely necessary, but it's convenient in order afterwards to check whether we will, once that we will have more data about fertility, whether we can cross-check that our estimates of the fertility are right. So it was just a cross-check of possible data that is outside in other databases. But it's not necessary. So with the population growth rate, it's absolutely enough.
Thanks, Miguel. Any other?
Thank you, Gustav. I enjoyed the lecture. When the age y is high enough, then pi goes to 0, right? Now when you solve the equation pi equal to 0 for y as an unknown and plot that against t, then you can predict the maximum lifespan of people in the future, correct?
I missed the point, excuse me.
When age y is high enough, then pi is equal to 0.
Yeah.
Y equal to 120, for example. Now when you solve the equation pi equal to 0 for an unknown y and plot that against t, you can predict human lifespan.
Let's keep on a little bit.
Thanks. I think, well, then, thank you very much again, Gustav and Graziella.